Hi, my name is Adela from Wisdom Organics. I'm here today to give some explanation to people about what happened to Wisdom Organics and some insight to what the city of San Diego is doing, because nobody's talking about it and none of the clubs are coming forth and discussing the situation. So Wisdom Organics applied for a tax certificate in April 2009. It says pending. Not denied, not active, pending. The primary business type is a medical marijuana dispensary. The city of San Diego's Treasurer Department has collected monies from over 250 clubs in the city of San Diego, whether they've registered as a holistic health practitioner, medicinal herbs, medical marijuana dispensary, whatever it is, they have collected monies. They collected $175 from us in the very first tax certificate and sent us a renewal in May for $34, which we paid. Never got a denial, despite the fact that they said they've mailed us one, which even gets a little bit more interesting. So the city of San Diego issues what we call notices of violations. It's short for NOVs. This is an example of an NOV to another medical marijuana club here in the city of San Diego. It was issued May 28, 2010. This is from NCCD, which is Neighborhood Code Compliance. Pretty much they're telling them to close down because the property is not, there is no zone within the city of San Diego that permits medical marijuana dispensaries. And why are they taking our monies? Immediately cease and desist operating your medical marijuana dispensary. This is one of over 150 NOVs that I am aware of. Now this was May 28, 2010, so they've gotten a little bit more savvy since then, because it's 2 pages you see here. July 23rd, 2010. This is our NOV. It was our lady who did our inspection was Renee Kinninger. Accompanying her was the stupid cat. Cat in the bag. Accompanying her were 4 undercover narcotics officers, which I didn't know narcotics officers went to neighborhood code compliance inspections. The officers were asked to wait outside. We closed the establishment down for the day, opened it up to the public, and we had over 150 members, family members, children, dogs, cats, Bird was present, come in support of the community, for supporting the community for Wisdom Organics. So it says we're a zone CC-3-4, which is a commercial zone, which does allow for residential use, so we wouldn't be fit into the new zone anyways. However, our NOV is 12 pages long. Violation after violation after violation after violation. Mind you, even admit in here that the property in which we are operating in was built in 1917. So some of the things that they're saying that needed to come up to par would have only needed to have been addressed if there was major construction to the premise. Like one of our violations was for water sprinklers. That didn't come into effect until 2001. This property, once again, was built in 1917. Needless to say, this was July 23rd, 2010. We actually had timelines compared to the other places that we were supposed to get stuff done. Immediately cease operating your medical marijuana dispensary. August 18th, we needed things done by August 25th, and September 3rd, we were supposed to have started and fixed all of the violations. So I decided to go to the department where you get all of your permits, and guess what? Here is all of the information that I needed to show that we weren't in violation, and we pulled permit after permit after permit after permit. This particular permit that we were in violation of was pulled in 1957. Permit. Wait a minute, I got this at the City of San Diego's department office, which means they had access to it. Thank you, Renee Kinninger, for not doing your job. Mind you, that Renee Kinninger contacted us sent us a letter stating that we needed to make an appointment to allow this inspection. We called back and left 2 messages asking her to come in on a certain day. She calls on a Monday. We called her on a Friday. She calls on the Monday. She calls our landlord. Schedules the appointment with our landlord in 3 days. So we closed the shop in 3 days and allowed for this inspection to partake. And Renee Kinningham's phone is busy when you call. She doesn't answer her phone, and her voicemail's full. So I have no way to get a hold of her. So stupid cats. So the point is that we proved that we weren't in violation of any of that 12 pages notice of violation. So that wasn't enough for the city of San Diego. This is from the city attorney. See, Mr. Goldsmith, thank you very much. Now, I'm only aware of about 5 of these. That's just probably because a lot of clubs aren't coming out and forward with them, which they should be. If you get one, don't close. This is officially a cease and desist letter from the city of San Diego. Now, mind you, this was a notice of violation from neighborhood code compliance. This is a cease and desist from the city attorney, who works for the mayor, which is refusing to take a stance on this issue, which is a whole totally different topic because he did take a stance on the grand jury report. This whole thing is just absolutely absurd. Pretty much they're saying they could close the building for a maximum of 1 year. What they're doing is they're threatening our landlord. That's why our landlord kicked us out. Damages to the fair market value for the building up to 1 year, civil penalties for up to $25,000. So if you're renting to a person and that person is selling drugs, the cops raid them. The cops do something about it. They don't go after your landlord, but we are not selling drugs. We were a legal medical marijuana collective, a compassionate use center who's being harassed, and our landlord is being harassed daily by the city attorney because the city attorney isn't doing their job. So anyways, these are just our notices of violation. Everything pretty much they're saying we did. And so after 3 months of continuing to call our landlord persistently, threatening to take away his property, threatening him with up to $25,000 in penalties and fines, he found it in our lease that we needed all of the legal permits to operate in the city of San Diego. Legal permit? Not because of the word pending. They won't give us an active one because there is no zone in the city of San Diego. Thus, I've been begging the city council to enact an ordinance. And you can find those on my YouTube page, or just YouTube Adela Falk, because there's quite a few of them. But this is what's happening in the city of San Diego, and nobody is doing anything about it. And I'm asking you collective operators, okay, listen to this. There's over 220 to 250 medical marijuana clubs in the city of San Diego. Each medical marijuana club has 3 people that sit on the board of directors. 3 people. I'm only asking for one of your board of directors to come to the meetings. Every Tuesday, come to a city council meeting until they enact a reasonable ordinance. The reason I say reasonable is they're limiting medical marijuana collectives to 2 zones. 2 zones. One of them is, they're all industrial. You're not going to have public access to them. No buses. Buses don't go to industrial zones on the weekends, and they don't go in the evening. And have you been to an industrial zone after 5 p.m.? It's dead. So much for safety, for the patients and for the members, and for the people who need safe access to it. So one of you can show up to the city council meetings and speak every Tuesday and beg and plead for them to enact a reasonable ordinance. I ask that you come forward with your notices of violations, your cease and desist. We have power in numbers, so I'm going to keep everybody updated via my little camera because I think everybody needs to know what's really going on, and I don't think people are doing anything about it. I hope I'm wrong in thinking that people don't care. I hope you all do care. So this is it for today. I'll wrap it up next time. Thanks, bye.